Okay, we're going to look at how to find the 6 trig ratios of a triangle. We're going to do 2 different examples. We're going to start with a right triangle. And let's define a theta. Our book likes to use theta. Let's say that this side is 6, and this side is 4. And we want to find our 6 trig ratios. So sine of theta, cosine theta, tangent theta, cosecant of theta, which is the reciprocal of sine. So sine is the reciprocal of cosecant, the secant of theta, and the cotangent of theta. I wrote these so they are the reciprocals. 1 over sine equals cosecant. 1 over cosine equals secant. 1 over tangent equals cotangent. So now we're going to use our triangle to find these values. And you need to know the ratios. Well, sine is opposite over the hypotenuse. So it's 6 over, well, we don't have the hypotenuse. So we need to use the Pythagorean theorem. 6 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 36 plus 16 equals 52. And then that would be c squared. So c is the square root of 52, which we probably better write as 2 square root 13. Right? Because 4 goes into 52 13 times. So I'm just simplifying the radical. So the sine, I'm going to go back up to my sine, is 6 over 2 square root of 13. And I'm going to simplify that. That's 3 over the square root of 13. And you have to rationalize the denominator. So this becomes 3 square root of 13 over 13. You were taught how to do that, to rationalize the denominator, where you just multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 13. Now the cosine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So 4 over 2 radical 13, which is going to be 2 over square root of 13, which is 2 square root of 13 over 13. Now remember, we're just looking for the ratios. I don't want a decimal, I just want the ratios. Tangent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. 6 over 4, which is 3 over 2. Now, the cosecant. These are the reciprocal. Cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite, which is going to be 2 square root of 13 over 6, or just the square root of 13 over 3. The secant, going back to my triangle, is going to be the hypotenuse over the adjacent. It's flipping. You're going to flip the cosine. So you're going to have 4 over, no, I wrote that wrong. You're going to have 2 square root of 13 over 4, which is the square root of 13 over 2. And the cotangent, well, I could look at my triangle, but I don't need to. The cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so it's 2/3. I just flipped my fraction. That's how you find the 6 trig ratios of a triangle. You do have to use a little bit of algebra with your radicals and your square roots.